Don't you just love the first day of a cruise? So do I. We've got one booked, but unfortunately, it's not for 4 months. That's alright. There's a lot of stuff we can talk about before our cruise. How not to die on the road before boarding time, for example. But seriously, let's familiarize ourselves with the star of the show. The ships. Holland America doesn't build record-breaking megaships. They specialize in medium-sized ships. Although some of the newer ones really push the boundaries of the word medium. But these two, the Volendam and Zaandam, are the smallest and oldest in the fleet. They're deeply favored by cruisers who prefer a more intimate setting. They're no less luxurious than the rest of the fleet, but they do lack dining options and music venues found on newer ships. These are the ones that take people on world voyages, some more than 100 days long. Personally, I'd rather spend that much time on a bigger ship, especially since I love my balcony. Don't get me wrong, these ships do have balconies, but you have to book a suite in order to enjoy one of your own. Which brings me to the class on which all other ships of the line are based. Measuring in at approximately the total length of the Starship Enterprise, this class was designed so that 67% of its cabins would have balconies. The ships were named after the 4 points found on a compass: Westerdam, Oosterdam, Zuiderdam, and Noordam. This is where you start to see more genre-specific live music venues, as well as dueling pianos. In 2019, Holland America conducted several renovations across the fleet. Pictured here is the Westerdam, where the most pronounced modernizations can be seen. Prior to this, the decor on board had a 1980s Las Vegas quality, lots of brass. While charming, it needed an update. The majority of the itineraries I found for the Westerdam were between 14 and 53 days, so right in the middle. The next class on which I've had the privilege of sailing has proven even more versatile. If at first glance you don't notice much of a difference between this and the Vista class, it's because the signature class can be thought of as an enhancement of the previous one. Even though there are only 2 ships of this class, Eurodam and New Amsterdam, they are much more my speed. And not just because it looks like the filming set of Frasier, particularly because of Tamarind, Holland America's Pan-Asian specialty dining. I highly recommend trying the deconstructed yuzu cheesecake. It's like eating a work of art. The adjacent Tamarind Bar and Silk Den Lounge are my favorite places on the ship. Quiet and cozy, everything is so stylish. Even the displays of antique pipes for tobacco use? Anyway, I love everything about Eurodam, even the bloody murder chairs. Itineraries range widely from 1 to 31 days, with the bulk of them lasting around 21 days. If it sounds like I have a favorite, it's because I do, but it's not the one you think. If ever there was a class of ship that felt like a second home to me, it's this one. Capable of carrying around 2,600 passengers, the 3 ships of this class offer the broadest range of activities for the broadest variety of cruisers. While they're nowhere near the size of today's monster boats like Icon of the Seas, they are Holland America's largest and newest. It's here where you'll find the freshest takes on art, music, design, and indulgences. Koningsdam, New Statendam, and the New Rotterdam, not to be confused with the previous one on which our class is named. It's confusing. Itineraries vary widely, so you're more likely to find kids on these larger ships. During spring break and holiday cruises, the lines at the restaurants can get pretty long. Luckily, the staff is really good at keeping the line moving. During longer cruises, the expected age range is Gen X and older. Despite these wider demographics, you're never going to find a flash mob or a 50-foot water slide on a Holland America ship. What you will find is 4 distinct classes of relaxation and enrichment. So until then, I suggest you spend your time figuring out which is the best fit for you, because it's about time for Generation-Xcursion to live it up. Oh, and if you can help it, eat your meals in the main dining room. Nothing against Lido Buffet, but the dining room is free and so much better. Okay, that's it. This is David, your magical cruise fairy, signing off.